What is up, Pittsburgh Steelers fans? It's your old friend IndyCar Tim here with your Black and Gold Daily Blitz. As we have a little bit of, kind of breaking news coming out of the NFL that pertains to the Pittsburgh Steelers, kind of, sort of, in a roundabout way, because one of the big trade targets for the Pittsburgh Steelers, that being, of course, the San Francisco 49ers maligned, hold in, trade me now candidate Brandon Aiyuk and the team have finally agreed to a reported 4-year, $120 million deal with $76 million guaranteed. So that saga is over. I want to say that's probably been the biggest storyline we've had this offseason. Definitely through training camp and through the preseason, especially if you're in Pittsburgh, right? Or you're a Steelers fan, because he's been holding out from off-season workouts, off-season practices. He was a hold-in, which is the new thing to do in the NFL because it avoids fines. If you show up to training camp, then you can't be fined. But he was refusing to work out with his team for the vast majority of this offseason of training camp, did not appear in any preseason games. And so he will not be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Now, he had reportedly turned down vetoed trades to the New England Patriots and to the Cleveland Browns. But the Steelers were one team that apparently he had not vetoed. And the two teams were in discussions, we'd been hearing, especially recently. But apparently a deal never got done, or Aiyuk vetoed that too, and we just didn't hear about it. Whatever the reason, the trade never happened. He never went anywhere else. No deals could be struck. And the team finally acquiesced and said, you know what, let's just keep you here because you're pretty good. And we're pretty good. And we think you fit in here pretty well. So he will be a 49er, unless they can find a team that wants to take that contract. I don't know who that would be, but he'll be a 49er, you think, for a while. So the saga is over. The summer is over. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are now going to have issues at wide receiver, I think. You're down already Deontay Johnson. And not that he was your star receiver last year, but he was second on the team behind George Pickens, who George Pickens is your number one guy. Questions surrounding George Pickens. Can he be a consistent number one guy? Is he going to have a lot of drops? Is he going to be healthy? Is he going to keep his head right on his shoulders? That, to me, is one of the biggest questions. But now you're going in without Deontay Johnson as your number two. You instead will have a platoon of Van Jefferson, the rookie Roman Wilson, and a very undersized Calvin Austin making up this, I don't want to use the word lackluster core of receivers, because I think they're okay. But none of these guys are going to strike the fear into the opposing defense and make a defensive coordinator, think twice about how to cover these guys. So it is a definite disadvantage for the Steelers, I think. And, I wasn't huge on the Brandon Aiyuk to Pittsburgh thing to begin with, but I think they need somebody, right? I still think they need somebody. As, we're here now just a little over a week from the start of the season, and I can't believe that they're not going to try to do something to bolster down that wide receiver room. But it is what it is. Especially when you're working with two new quarterbacks and a new-ish kind of offensive coordinator. I would think you would want to give the quarterbacks, Russell Wilson, the named starter, or Justin Fields, if he takes over at some point, either due to injury or poor play by Wilson. You'd want to give both of these guys the absolute best chance at succeeding. And I don't know if that's the case with the current receiver core, the way you've got it laid out. If you're going to be a run-first defense or a run-first offense, that's great, but you're kind of showing your hand to start every game, right, when you've got this group of receivers on the field. So that just reduces the chances of your run game being very effective against a defense that knows that's exactly what you're about to do. So, you know what? Good luck to Russell Wilson. Good luck to Justin Fields. Good luck to Arthur Smith. Good luck to George Pickens. Good luck to Roman Wilson in your first year in the league, by the way. Got big expectations for him. If I haven't said that before, I think I have on this show. But it is what it is, and we'll see if they can have a legitimate passing attack against the NFL defenses that will be probably playing mostly run for them. So, but that's my thoughts on the situation with Brandon Aiyuk and the San Francisco 49ers right here on the Black and Gold Daily Blitz. Let me know what you guys think about the situation, the wide receiver room, the lack of a trade for somebody. Can they be okay with who they've got? Can they repeat their, playoff performance from last year? I don't know. I hope so. It's a tough division, though, in the AFC North, so we'll see. Find me on X at IndyCarTim, on Instagram at IndyCarTim. You can also find me on Threads. You can find me on the Facebook, on all the other places that are out there. Leave me a comment here in the video section of the FanstreamSports.com YouTube channel. We'll do it all again as we get closer to game day, boys and girls. Until then, we'll see ya.